Hello. You're tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, first thing first, asks, are the Ravens the true team that can knock off the Chiefs? Look. Let me say this real quick, right? I want to make sure that I get this totally across. There will never be a time where I do not believe that the Ravens, with Lamar Jackson as the quarterback, doesn't have a chance to knock off every team in the NFL. I don't care who you are. He has proven with this team that when even having some semblance of health, there's no team that they can't beat. I want to make sure that y'all know that. You understand where I'm coming from? And that's where I'm getting to with a lot of this. A lot of times, people don't realize that the Ravens are beating these other teams when they are not just okay. They are fully healthy, fully stacked. Nobody's even nicked. Look what happened last year with the 49ers. We didn't just beat them. We embarrassed them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio, right? First things first. Some of the stuff they had to say, and then I'm going to break it down even further, right? So without further ado, let's get this party started.
Okay. Are the Ravens the top challenger to the Chiefs?
I tell you what, I like that demeanor in the press conference. It's not Hassan Reddick or Tyron Smith saying, y'all don't know what's coming. It's just business. I just want to win that championship. That's all I'm about. Like, that's what I want to see.
Okay, good.
And look, I like Houston and Cincinnati. I think both have some question marks. Mm-hmm. Burrow, can he stay healthy? What's the receiver? I know you're going to have Jamar, but what other receivers are going to be there? And Houston, you got to do it again, right? The youth, and we know you got talent. I don't see any questions. The only question with Baltimore is, can you beat the Chiefs? Because the defense, we know, I don't care who they lost. The defense is going to be great. 5 of the last 6 years, they've been top 5 in the league in scoring defense. 7 of the last 8 years, top 10 in the league scoring defense. So defense is what they do. And last year, it can be argued. I don't want to take anything away from the Chiefs, but they could have won that game if they had just kept running the ball. And when you signed Derrick Henry...
I never started running.
When you signed Derrick Henry, guess what? You're committing to run the football.
Okay.
So, yeah. They are the
What's the biggest game Derrick Henry ever played in?
Chiefs.
AFC Championship game with the Titans, right? That would be the biggest game he ever played in. They had a commitment to run the ball. How'd that game end for him? Come on.
Who was their quarterback?
Listen, a guy who's beaten the Chiefs.
Not a
guy who's beaten the Chiefs as much as Lamar Jackson has. Listen. First of all, every Chiefs conversation we have, I'm a little pre-tilted because we put those odds on the screen. I'm so offended by them.
That's the last thing I'm going to play with that, okay? Because, it is kind of what it is. I want to put that into context, too, when he was just like, oh, that guy's won just as much as... No, he hasn't. Get out of here. Tannehill, and this is why I'm trying to tell you, context matters, right? When they be like, oh, winning is not a quarterback stat. It's not a stat for every quarterback. The top quarterbacks, it's a stat for them because they're the reason why the team's winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already seen what Patrick Mahomes does, Lamar Jackson does, Josh Allen does. Those guys are the reason why, or a big proportionate reason why their teams are winning. So they act like it's not a winning set. Oh, yeah, get out of here with that. Derrick Henry, and I want y'all to understand this, right? Because a lot of people don't seem to understand just what this is going to do, right? Derrick Henry was on a team where he was the first, second, third, fourth option, and then after those fourth options were the fifth option when he was still over there was AJ Brown. That's how that team went. AJ Brown never even had 1,100 yards receiving over there. Y'all know that, right? I think his highest year reception, he had like 66 yards. 66 receptions. The reason why is because they were just giving it to Henry, and when they finally said, look, we just got to give everything to Henry. One-on-one on the outside, no safety help. Whee! Throw that ball up. AJ, bully ball, and catch it 30 yards down the field. Big play, let's keep going. That's how they kept playing the game. But on Baltimore, I told y'all this when it was McCaffrey going to 49ers. On Baltimore, Derrick Henry doesn't have to be the first, second option on that team. You have Zay. You have Mark. You have Likely. and you got Bateman. And we don't know what we're going to draft, but we're going to have them also. We're not even bringing up the dynamicness of Lamar Jackson's elusivity. You know what I'm saying? So he's not the only one. And on top of that, bringing up Lamar Jackson, you can't even guard Derrick Henry like how you would guard him on the Titans. You can't. Why? Because when you're playing Mr. Lamar Demetrius Jackson, it's 11 on 11 football. Meaning, Derrick Henry is not going to get that full slot up stacked box anymore. He's not going to get it. You can't get it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine everybody saying, oh, we're doing whatever we do to stop Derrick Henry going to the right side? It's like, all right. And Lamar keeps it and goes to the left. Or throws it to Zay Flowers on the left. Or throws it to Isaiah Likely on the left. Or Mark Andrews. Y'all gonna be in pain, bro. So don't act like y'all don't know what I'm saying. That's what you're doing. And you're giving it to a guy that you can just give the ball to. Passing game, you can give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Screen game, you can give it to him. Just burning clock, you can give it to him. See, a lot of times with the Ravens, we've been doing it by committee. And we're still going to have somewhat of a committee, but not to the level that we had before. This is going to be the Derrick Henry show in the backfield. It's Lamar and Derrick Henry. That is it. And you're going to have these other guys that are going to give them pulls at times. That's what you're going to have. But there's not going to be anything else. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say what I say. You understand where I'm coming from? But hey, it is kind of what it is. I think we have the best chance of beating the Chiefs. What do you guys think? Because I truly do. You know what I'm saying? I think without a shadow of a doubt. Because even when they're like, oh, well, Joe Burrow has a good thing against the Chiefs, Joe Burrow sucks against the Ravens. Lamar's 8-1 versus the Bengals. 3-1 versus Joe Burrow. Like, what are we talking about? But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me or do you agree with Mr. Nick Wright, thinking that we aren't? And do you believe that Derrick Henry will be a big contributor, making us be the team to knock off the Chiefs next season? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, all right? But as always, this is episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. I know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, and saying Patreon real quick, want to give a big shout out, right? Because we just got somebody that just joined, Drew to the game. We're on the $15 tier. Drew! Yes! Look, and I'm making sure that y'all know when you go to those tiers, you're able to send me stuff. We're able to talk. You're able to send me stuff that you might want to get covered. We will be doing videos and stuff like that. Fantasy's coming up. It's going to be crazy this year. I'm telling y'all. We're going to go to the moon this year. So, yeah. So when you guys have ideas and stuff that you want to talk on, hit me up directly. Some stuff to be brought up that you might want to be brought up on the show. That's how you do it. The Patreon allows you and gives you the opportunity to do so. Yes. And if you just want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and just stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash is located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy, all right? But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nigel, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.